One click, one download. Now imagine that file hits a border without moving an inch. An invisible customs booth appears inside the internet, ready to charge a tariff on pure data. This is the WTO fight. Should countries be allowed to put tariffs on electronic transmissions? Movies, books, software, trade is moving from ships to signals. And the rules are cracking.
Meet Amina. Her business is speed. Sell a design today. Deliver tonight, across borders.
If tariffs return, her instant delivery becomes a toll road. Every file becomes a new cost. Now meet Mr. Kato. His country funds basics with border taxes, and trade is turning into downloads.
His question is brutal. If imports become bits, why ban tariffs only on the bits?
Supporters call it stability. Opponents call it unfair and say developing countries lose vital revenue.
The moratorium has a timer. The next deadline turns a policy into leverage and fear.
Once a rule has an expiry date,
everyone negotiates with the clock, not the facts.
It becomes a game of chicken. End it and risk chaos, or keep it and fuel resentment.
For small sellers, uncertainty is poison. A single duty can kill a deal at checkout.
For governments, lost revenue is real. Clinics, roads, schools, paid with money that may never arrive.
nobody even agrees what electronic transmissions covers. Ambiguity becomes a weapon. How do you tax a stream? A movie isn't a box anymore, it's a flow you can't hold.
Here's the twist. A product can cross borders as a file, then print locally as a real part. What crossed the border? The gear or the idea of the gear? Categories start to melt. Add AI and cloud services. Value crosses borders without ever being shipped as a good.
If you can't classify it, you can't tax it cleanly. If you can't tax it, you lose control.
Supporters fear a patchwork internet, duties everywhere, turning global downloads into bureaucratic minefields.
That every extra gate means slower delivery, higher prices, and fewer customers for small creators.
Opponents fear a tax base leaking out through fiber optics, forever beyond reach.
To critics, the moratorium looks like a permanent advantage for digital exporters, locked into rules.
This started decades ago, but digital trade is now the highway, and the stakes have multiplied. 3 camps form: extend it, end it, or redesign it with definitions and compensation.
Redesign sounds simple until every country wants a different definition of what is taxable.
For developing states, this isn't theory. It's how you fund the state in an intangible economy.
Old trade left a trail you could measure. Digital trade slips through cracks faster than laws can follow.
The deadline won't just extend a rule. It may decide who pays for globalization's next phase.
Without clear rules, tariffs could become chaos, disputes, retaliation, confusion at every digital border. For creators, one surprise duty can mean one lost sale, then a lost business.
For governments, one lost revenue stream can mean slower development, paid by people leased online.
In Geneva, it's polite sentences with knives inside. Trade wars don't shout, they smile.
The deeper truth: this isn't about shopping carts. It's about whether the internet becomes a border crossing.
Is a download a product, a service, a license? Your answer decides who can tax it. They're both right and both trapped. One fears lost customers, the other fears lost sovereignty. Extend, end, or redesign. Each door has a cost, and nobody wants to pay it first.
Keep it unchanged, and trade stays smooth.
But critics say the toll revenue never reaches poorer states. End it suddenly, and the internet could fragment, every country building its own digital customs line. Redesign it, and you face the hardest part, defining the undefinable in a fast-changing economy. The clock keeps ticking toward the next WTO decision, and the world won't pause for agreement. Next time you hit download, ask, should that click be taxed like trade or kept free? Because the next trade battle won't be at a port, it'll be inside your browser. Comment your take, hit like, and subscribe to Economic 8-Bit so you never miss global economic analysis.